All right, welcome everybody. Here we are in Game 4 of the 1972 World Series at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. Cincy leads the series 2-1. On the mound for the Cincinnati Reds is Don Gullett, and for the Oakland A's is Kenny Holtzman. We join the action in the top of the 8th inning, and the batter is Tony Perez. And here's Perez, and we're going to pull a card for Perez. It's Kenny Holtzman, still in there for Oakland. He's given up 2 runs scored in the top of the 3rd inning when Rose singled and Morgan singled, and Rose made it to 3rd, Morgan stole 2nd, so there was 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. Tolan came up and struck out. Then Bench grounded out, and a run scored. I'm sorry, it was a pass ball, and that scored Rose, and then Morgan went to 3rd, and then Bench grounded out for the 2nd run. He got an RBI in that ground out, and then Tony Perez struck out. And those were the 2 runs that Cincinnati scored. And in the bottom of the 8th, it was a single by Dick Green. He's 2 for 3 on the day, and he was sacrificed over by Holtzman. Then there was a lineout by Campy, a great play by the semi-gold center fielder Bobby Tolan for the Reds. And then it was, with 2 out, it was Matty Alou who singled up the middle, and that scored Green to make it 2-1. And to end the bottom of the 8th, it was a lineout by Joe Rudi. So we go to the top of the 9th here using History Maker. So leading off is going to be Sal Bando against Don Gullett. Here's the pitch. It's a 3-5-6. A 3-5-6. Are they the same? Gullett is a lefty and Bando is a righty, so that's a no. Utility or Satsack. He's a semi-utility. Decided Die says no. So it's a single down the 3rd base line. Cutting it off quickly is the left fielder, Rose. Gets it in, keeps him to a single. So Bando's on at first. Now Bando is semi-stoic. See if we can get a pinch runner for Bando. So Brown will pinch run for Bando. Bottom of the 9th. And Epstein. It's going to be Epstein. Mike Epstein hit 2 home runs, and I think game 1 it was. He's the big power hitter for the A's. He belted 26 home runs in 1972. All right, here's the pitch. It's a 3-4-6. 3-4-6 to Epstein. Ask me if he's eager. No, he is not. It's going to be ball 4. So Don Gullett walks, allows a single, and then walks Epstein. So it's 1st and 2nd. The tying run is now in scoring position with nobody out. We're expecting Hendrick to be bunting. And he squares, and it's a 6. It's going to roll again on a 2nd chart. And it's a 6. It's a strikeout. My goodness. So Hendrick fails to move the runners over, and that's the 1st out. So Carroll comes in and gets Hendrick trying to bunt to strike out. It's going to be Gene Tennis now. Here's a pitch to Tennis. It's 2-2-2. Ask me if he's a Satsack. No, he is not. And that's going to be a home run king. And ask me if he's a home run king. It's not. It's going to be into the gap. And that's going to roll to the wall. Chasing it down is the center fielder Tolan. And around to score comes Bando. And Epstein. Active runner scores from 1st on doubles. I don't think Epstein is a... no, he's stoic. So he's going to stop at 3rd. So the game is tied now. In the bottom of the 9th, 2 apiece. But the pinch hitter, Mincher, with the infield drawn in, hits into a double play. And we go to the top of the 10th inning. Score is 2-2. Hello everybody, we are joining the action in the top of the 11th inning. It's a 2-2 tie here. We are replaying the 1972 World Series Game 4 at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. And pitching for the A's right now is we are in the top of the 11th, and pitching for the A's is Raleigh Fingers. He's pitched 1 inning so far and given up a hit and struck out 1. And now he's pitching his 2nd inning. He's going to be facing Bench, Perez, and McRae. Here's Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench hit 40 home runs in 1972. He had a tremendous season. So we're going to pull a card, and here's the pitch. It's a 2-2-6. We go 2-2-6 and we go across. It says batter hit by pitch. If there's a decider die, says no. So we move to the next column. The batter, it says cleanup batter. Is he the cleanup batter? And yes, he is the cleanup batter. So that's swung on and lifted to deep center field. Back goes the center field Hendrick to the track, to the fence. He looks up, and that's gone. The crowd is silent here at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. A round tripper for John Bench gives the Reds a 3-2 lead. The Reds lead the series by 2-1. Pedro Borbon for the Reds. And here's batter. Epstein is on at first. So it's going to be Hendrick. Hendrick is in a bunt. Get him over to second. It's a 5. That's going to be a successful sacrifice. Over to second is Epstein. 1 away now. So it's going to be Dick Green. And they're going to pitch to Green this time. Here's the pitch, 6-6-6. It asked me if he's an ace. Borbon is not an ace. It asked me if Dick Green is a sack. And it's a deep drive, glove. So it's going. So it's gonna pick an outfielder. It's gonna ask me if he's gold. If he is, it sends me to another column, and it's gonna tell me if it's a home run, or if it's off the wall, or if it's a double, and so forth. We're gonna see what happens right here. So we're going to have to roll 1 die. We're going to get 1 number. Flipping the card, it's a 4 off the first. It says gone. Home run, walk off, home run. Dick Green did not hit a home run during the season. He only had 42 at-bats, but comes up huge here and connects. 2-run home run in the bottom of the 9th. The Oakland crowd is ecstatic. They are jubilant. And you know what? Green wasn't supposed to play in this series because I didn't have a card for Green. As you can see, what's fascinating and interesting about this game is you can quickly write up a card for any player that's missing. I wanted to use the actual lineups